Hey you guys, welcome back to Southern Latitudes. It's been kind of a quiet week for you guys. I have been inside the house doing preparations for our company coming in on Monday, and we're super excited. I'll just let you guys know, my son's girlfriend lives in Canada, and she's coming down here for a month to stay with us. And this will be our second time getting to have a really long visit with her, and that's super exciting. Although we talk by FaceTime and stuff like that all the time. He talks with her all day long, as much as possible, between his job and his college and stuff like that. But anyhow, she's super adorable. And so we're trying to get the room completely prepped, which it's mostly, actually the room itself is ready, but now I got a stack of just paperwork I got to sort through on the kitchen table. You know how that goes, right? It just displaces. And I also have about 20 pounds of sweet potatoes left that were being stored in that room. And now I got to figure out what I'm doing with them. I thought I would give you a quick little Friday update. And we have a problem going on, okay? And I'm just going to flat out let you know that through the night, Sunday into Monday, I lost one of my hens. And she was the one I rescued on the street. I called her Miss Kitty or Big Red. Sometimes I nicknamed her that. I think she was a Rhode Island Red, but I don't know. I've only had her about 6 months. But she was just on the street and with two other hens, and one by one they were getting picked off by predators, and I don't know what that was. And none of them were laying. So anyhow, I had her. She never came back. It's not like she molted or anything. She just cruised through winter, always good, cheerful, happy. She was somebody's pet. But we had all those rains, every day, just about 3 inches of rain, 4 inches of rain. And, cold snaps between it. And I was thinking it just gave her a respiratory, and she just was overcome by that. And again, maybe because she was older and her immune system was lower. But, so I put her in my little chicken hospital. We have extra dog crates up here if needed, or just in storage. And she died. And I felt bad, but not terribly bad, because, first of all, I wasn't super attached. But then I was just like, okay, she's older. But then one of my young hens that was born right at the COVID lockdown, so she just turned 3, and she was her mom and dad were handpicked, and my friend incubated them, and then I raised them once they were hatched. And she started to get a little lethargic 2 days ago, and no, yesterday it was. She was lethargic, and I was like, oh no. And here we go again. So I tried to give her colloidal silver last night, but I also texted the couple of friends that I have that are in poultry and great sisters in Christ. And anyhow, one of them says it sounds like coccidiosis. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, but you don't know. It's like I just blame the age and I blame the weather. But I gotta think beyond that and think disease. So anyhow, she said, run out and go get Corid. And this is at any Tractor Supply, or you might be able to buy it on Amazon, I don't know. But anyhow, I worked out the math, and I did this per 5-gallon bucket of water, and I put it in there and, cleaned it all, because it spread through the feces, the bloody feces and stuff, and them eating on the ground. But anyhow, so everybody was good drinking out of it but her. So I had to move to the syringe, and I gave her a bunch by syringe, and then they were picking on her. And long story short, she's now in chicken hospital. So about every other hour, I'm not giving her this is concentrated, but every other hour I'm giving her the watered down version. We just, like I said, she's young. And the flock is drinking, and they'll be treated, and they'll come through this hopefully with flying colors. But her, I have to give her a little extra care. So hold tight, let me get her and let's give her a treatment. So forgive my AC vent, my AC unit just went on, so forgive that extra noise. So everybody meet Ernestine. She's named for Ernest Hemingway. A lot of our hens have Key West, usually streets or main, you know, like Mallory Park and stuff like that, type of names. And my husband was actually he's a Key West native, and so we just, because Key West loves chickens, we thought it'd be kind of cool to at least start that theme in our flock. Except for Miss Kitty, you know, because she's red, so she just got Miss Kitty from Gunsmoke. You guys watch that, or ever watch that? So anyhow, she's kind of on to me now. She knows that, you know, people handling her is not fun, so she might get a little upset for the camera. But I want to go through some of the symptoms of coccidiosis, lethargy. She did eat a little mealworms, but mostly they start going off their feed, and really once you get that far, it's almost too far. Drinking less. Her feathers were kind of like in the wrong place up here. I noticed there was a bunch sticking out earlier. Some of them have come off. I think it's just a sign of poor health, you know, when they want to lose their feathers. And the comb can get a little bit light in color and, you know, just kind of icky looking, the comb, and the wattles, the eyes, you know, are unclear. And of course, you know, then they sit down more and they start to shut down. They sleep a lot and then they die. But anyhow, she's already had a dose in her, and this is her second dosing of the morning. So let's see how this goes. It might not go very good on camera. Like I said, she's kind of on to me. She doesn't like what I'm doing. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Ah! Come on. Uh-oh. It's going to be hard to do by myself. Her comb is very warm. She might... I wonder if that means she's running a fever. I'm glad to see you got fight in you. Okay, good girl. All right. See, that was good. That was good, wasn't it? Oh, you're gonna feel better in no time. All right, say bye to the camera. Okay, so that is done. And I got so much noise. One other thing I've been doing is trying to hand pollinate my apples. This is the Bite Me. I just running the Q-tip up and down it. Looks like I'm gonna get a third set right here of buds. Maybe I'll go get some all the way down, but we're just trying to do what we can to ensure a little bit of pollination. There could be bees on these, but I haven't seen them. Listen to Buddy. He heard the male lady he loves. So, all right, that's done for today. I had been hand pollinating these, so we'll see if any of that took. This one over here is the Devonshire Corid, which is an old English variety. I might get some more buds right here. You see that? Just a little quick update on the grafts. So the Burgundy apple graft is doing really good. It's all leafed out. This Jonas Gold showed signs of life. It had a little green on top, and then it seems to have gone brown and it's not doing anything. I don't know if it's just a late bloomer or if it's a little bit mad. I don't know, we'll just give it more time. My Granny Smith apple right here, my graft I should say, is oh, and that's the Bite Me, is the original apple. So I definitely have one graft, 2 apples on this rootstock. And over here, for sure, the Granny Smith has popped out, even though it was just this little tiny piece. It was really a throwaway piece, and so that's doing well. And then over here, I had the Nova Sky. Yeah, Nova Sky. So it showed signs, I don't know. Like I thought the bumps were coming out a little bit. But then it also stopped. So we'll just see where it goes. Now the Devonshire itself, the main one, is a year older, so it already put out blooms, and I'm just waiting patiently to see if any of those turn into apples. I'm really excited that we have another chance at apples and more fruit. I lost every bit of my avocado babies over there with the storms last week. I wanted to show off these adorable, see those are Moby cherry tomatoes, and super prolific. I love how they put their fruit out on like one big, I don't know, one big stem, and then you know they kind of go opposite there. I love that. That's really pretty. Been picking a lot of tomatoes every day. So far, some of my biggest producers were the Big Beef and the South Florida. I have to pick the tomatoes a little early in order to prevent the birds and worms and whatever. This is probably army worm just from the look of it. And the rain, of course, split a lot of these Big Beefs, and also the Chef's Choice Bicolor. A lot of those got split. But so like bottoms up is my South Florida out of Immokalee tomato, and then these are my Big Beef F1 hybrids from Johnny Seeds. Let me see if I can show you. See how these tops are not split as compared to these? Yeah, something's wrong over here. No? Oh, I thought I saw a wet spot in the box. Huh. Anyhow, so they're all sitting on their tops for right now. Some of these are gonna probably go up on a little road trip and be gifts for family. Ooh, I think that pool has my name on it this afternoon. Buddy, you keeping an eye on the bird feeder? Yeah. Get them squirrels. So next week we will do probably another garden tour and update you on a couple things. There has not been a lot of plantings, but I do want to show you growth on the fruit trees. This is my knockout rose that I bought last year and put in the ground maybe 3 months ago, and so or 4 months ago. It's doing amazing. Like, you can't even really, the camera will never do it justice on how red this red is, and it's got a hint of pink in it. It's just so beautiful. So you guys, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.